Hey everyone, it's Darling D Tarot bringing you another pick a card reading. So for today, we are going to get right into this, and the question is, what are you manifesting into your life currently? What are you trying to bring in? What's going on? So as usual, we have three piles here. We have 1, 2, and 3. I also have these cute little flower hair clips here, so you can choose from this pretty sparkly white one, this little sparkly blue one, and this sparkly yellow one. But yeah, you can choose based off of those or based off of the energy of the piles. I want to go ahead and say ahead of time that if the pile does not resonate with you, to go ahead and go back and you can pick another pile, or you can pick as many as you would like. You can even pick all of them if they all feel like they resonate with you. And yeah, remember that this is a general reading and a lot of people are going to be watching this. If you do want a personal reading, the link is in my bio below. And yeah, let's get right into this. So without any further ado, let us take a moment to take a deep breath in. Hold it. And release. So I will give you a few seconds to make your pick. And yeah, I will see you at your choice. Bye. Hello to everyone who picked stack 1 and who picked this white sparkly hair clip. We are going to get right into your reading and see what it is that you are manifesting. So with your first card, we have the Wise Fool Tarot card, and this is the 8 of Diamonds. Ooh, I just completely moved the flower. So this is actually like one of my favorite cards in this deck. It talks about basically that this woman, she has been so many places in her life. She's learned so many lessons. She's done so many things, but she is a master of her craft. If we look behind her, look at these intricate, beautiful spider webs that are behind her that she has no doubt crafted. That it's taken, years to perfect this. Something like this might take her something like, a very short period of time, whereas when she first originally started or growing up, perhaps it took her longer to achieve such miraculous feats. Spiders in general are very, very beautiful creatures, very creative. The webs are very intricate in their designs. Each one is different. It's almost like some spiders can change their webs every single day, in the morning time. And it's almost like someone rearranging their house or rearranging things. With this card, it's all about remembering who you are, remembering where you've been, and really utilizing that and using that to your advantage. You're someone who has, perhaps you've learned a lot through trials and, tribulations. And, you are someone who has a lot to offer, especially in your craft. You might be someone who's very creative. Perhaps you're an artist or a writer. Spider energy for me is like writer energy. But you might also just be someone who is very much steady on career, working on career, and looking for a way to utilize the things that you're good at in your career. It could be that you're trying to manifest a job that will completely serve you and your purpose while you're able to have fun, and that's kind of the goal in life, is to be able to do something that you enjoy, that's useful to you, that you're still kind of learning when you do it each time. Yeah, so definitely utilize where you've been. I mean, especially if you've been in some tough situations in the past, or even with money, if you've had where you feel like the need to hold on to money. I know that this card doesn't usually represent that, but see how she's holding a pentacle with each limb. It's almost like she's covering them from whoever is standing in front of her. It's kind of like she's like, hey, there's nothing to see here. While clearly we can see that there are in fact pentacles or coins behind her. So, maybe in the past too, it's been hard. Maybe you're a creative, maybe that whole starving artist stereotype really fits in. I'm gonna put that over there because I just keep hitting it. But yeah, it could be that just really worried you, that whole stereotype. Maybe if you were a creative person, perhaps your friends or family gave you a little slack for that. But you are someone who's very well educated, someone who's very smart. This could even just be you mastering your studies and the things that perhaps you went to school for. But yeah, don't feel a sense of lack and don't feel like you need to hold on to things. Don't feel like you need to cover things up or hide things. Yeah, let yourself shine, let yourself stand out, and, really enjoy having money. We have to take care of our obligations right up front with our money, but being alive is also to enjoy being alive. We will always make that money back and then some. This is how you have to approach money. This is how you have to look at money. This is how you have to look at the flow of income, is that, whatever I spend, geez, I just can't pick it up. Whatever I spend, I will get back and then some. Make this your mantra. Make this your affirmations for the day, that, you are financially abundant. One of my favorite quotes is, I am financially abundant in my bank account, So yeah, definitely let yourself shine and let yourself really flourish through the things that you have to offer. For your next card, this is also going to just be like basically what you need to know for manifesting. And the interesting thing is that the last card that you had was the 8 of diamonds, and now we have number 18, which is 9. So I just like the progression. Yeah, and also, before we get into this card mainly, I want to say that 9 is a number of, for me, it's kind of solitude. It's going at the world alone. It's doing things at your own pace and doing things on your own time and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just kind of going at it alone, like hermit energy, and in this card, we kind of see her alone. We see her, in her web doing her own thing, and same thing here. There's really not another person here. It could just be you trying to better yourself, trying to better your finances, trying to better your craft. I mean, dude, you're already really good at what you do. Trust that you're really good at what you do already. You do not have to worry. I can tell you that right up front. But yeah, I feel like, for some of you that picked this pile, you might be doing this alone. You might be trying to pursue this career or something better alone, or, yeah. So number 18, Trust the Flow. This is a wonderful card, and this is basically talking about just trust that everything that you want will come to you. It can be kind of hard, especially if we have had tough times in the past that really keep us in limiting thoughts. If we have had times of struggle in the past, sometimes we can continue to live that way even after we are far out of that. Just out of habit, out of fear, out of, just that worry, but trust that everything is going to work out. You're going to be well taken care of. There are people watching over you, past loved ones, ancestors, angels, guides, whoever it is for you, they're watching over you. You're divinely protected, and you're going to be doing just fine. And you're going to be blessed on your life course here. Yeah, definitely. And how I was saying about don't feel like you have a sense of lack, but to instead, to say that you get back the money that you spend and then some. That is also just trusting the flow. That is trusting that income will come in. That's trusting the law of attraction. When we are grateful, when we are full of gratitude for what we have already and what we have accomplished so far, that's when we are open to receiving more. Can you imagine this lady's web in like 5 more years? Honestly, work of art. But yeah, definitely. And don't be afraid about going on these things alone. You know, it might be a little scary sometimes, especially, but trust that you can do this. You know, you are tough, you are brave, you are resilient. You are someone who has been through some stuff. You know, some of you might have been through hell and back, and that really made you focus on the things that you're good at and focus on perhaps your hobbies, or, you know, even your financial stability. But yeah, I really feel like you just need to go with the flow and just let things happen and unfold the way that they should. I know that that's kind of like a blah answer, because you're kind of like, hey, you know, but just trust that everything is going to work out. So for your next 3 cards, we have... These are going to just be what your situation is going to look like. So these are wonderful cards. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Sun. And we have the 2 of Swords. So for me, personally, you know, right off the bat, this is the 9 of Pentacles. She is basically the equivalent of, and I mean, look at that, 8, 9. Oh my gosh, stop it. You know, especially since diamonds would be pentacles. Oh my gosh, such a progression. Oh, character development. You are manifesting character development. Oh, I'm so proud. But yeah, you're going to be feeling very confident and very proud of who you are and where you are. You know, this woman is a very skilled falconer. She is the best of the best. She works with these birds that some people would be kind of afraid of, you know. They have very sharp talons. They can be a little bit intimidating, you know, but she looks at them in compassion and kindness and doesn't fear them. She is not worried about it. She has complete control over every situation, you know, that she puts herself in, especially with these birds. You know, and that's kind of you and your craft. That's whatever you're good at, whatever you're manifesting. You know how I said that you are working on a career, like, out of a creative standpoint that you are approaching it at, like your hobbies or just your passions? This is that. You know what I mean? Like, and this is you succeeding at that. This is you really going the distance and going far. This is you just like... 9s are close to 10s, you know, and a lot of people say 9s are, ooh, geez, Mercury retrograde still has me like all like, whoo. Just gotta slow down a little bit, you know. But sometimes as a reader, I tend to get a little fast paced too, and I just blah, blah, blah. So at times I'm sorry. So the 9 of Pentacles is, yeah, it's just wonderful. So she is financially abundant as well. You know, we see all these pentacles blooming around her, and just everything is perfect. Everything is the way that it needs to be honest. You couldn't get much better than this. She's confident. She's proud of herself. She thinks that she's beautiful. She not just only she thinks, but she knows. She knows that she's beautiful. She knows that she deserves the world because she works so hard, and she puts a little bit of herself into everything she does. This isn't just something that she woke up one day and said, hey, I'm gonna take up collecting antique horseshoes. You know, this is something like, maybe she decided one day, I'm going to make horseshoes, and she spent the next 15 years perfecting horseshoes, and finally they were beautiful. The end. And she was just so excited. But okay, back to my main point before I got off track is, you know, most people see 9s as like wish fulfillments, and I see them as that, but also like getting to your 10. 10 is truly the end of the cycle and truly the end of that whole thing. I see that as the wish fulfillment, or the main closure, I suppose you could say. It's almost like you are so close to your goals and so close to financial freedom and stability that you can almost taste it. You know what I mean? And maybe it makes you feel a little antsy. Maybe that's why you know? And maybe your ego is stepping in at times and saying, hey, you're doing a little bit too good for yourself, and I'm not like laughing at the situation, but I know that feeling. It just your mind saying, something bad's gonna happen, just, worry. But that's just your ego talking. That's just that. It's just your fear, and it's based off of prior experiences or situations that you might have found yourself in. Know that it's a good time now. I'm almost feeling compelled to say, like, the darkness is over. That time of struggle and what have you is over. Really allow yourself to shine and be excited about where you are, and be excited about the fact that you are almost basically have perfected this craft, have perfected whatever it is. I'd say the majority of you are very close to manifesting this into your life. Congratulations. We still have one more card, but oh my gosh, I'm already gushing about this. But yeah, the sun is just a beautiful card. It's so warm and wonderful. And notice how we have all of these beautiful yellow flowers. Oh, let that be a sign if you see any. This doesn't have to be outside, at all either. This can be fake flowers, anything like that, let that be a sign that you're on the right track, But yellow is such a wonderful color. It's so uplifting and happy. Let yourself stay in those good energies. Don't let your ego drag you down. Don't let people drag you down. Don't let your own expectations or worries drag you down. Yeah, don't let yourself get stuck or feel stuck, because you're onto something really great, like truly. Honestly, I can't get the words out fast enough. I'm so excited about this. And oh my gosh. Yeah. But just let yourself operate in pure happiness right now and trust that everything's going to work out. You're on the right path, you're on the right course. If you needed a confirmation about maybe if you switched a job, or if you're considering maybe opening a museum, I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, just stocking up all your art and your antiques and stuff. But yeah, maybe an art gallery or something. That'd be pretty cool. So yeah, this might be an endeavor that you go at alone, and sometimes that might be really scary and a little challenging. We have the Two of Swords. That can be kind of, at times an inner struggle. It can be the heart and the, and your brain at times as well. It's just sometimes your mind or your ego might be saying, hey, something bad is bound to happen. But you're like, the other part of you is like, no, we need to trust the flow. If you're not completely on board, this isn't going to manifest as fast. You have to be able to make up your mind that this is something that you want. Make sure that the universe knows your true intentions, and you're very clear about what it is that you want as far as job stuff goes, or just creative endeavors. But yeah, I definitely see financial stability for you, which is wonderful. But don't let yourself get stuck. Definitely. Yeah. This can also be for people who tend to self-sabotage. Perhaps you start doing really good and, at something, and you shy away or what have you, go at it full force, and go at it with a childlike outlook. You see this boy on the horse? Go at it like that, run towards your goals like you are on the back of a horse. But look at this as if you are experiencing everything for the first time. Of course you are this Nine of Pentacles. You're experienced, you're mature, you're older, you are, very experienced, very knowledgeable, very, awesome at what you do. But, really take into account just all the blessings that are here, and look at everything just from the standpoint of a child. Yeah, so let's get on to your last card, and this is going to be the overall outcome. Now, for this card, we have the Three of Pentacles. Now, for me personally, this card basically represents, in my mind, like people coming to you and be like, hey, there's more work to be done. And you're like, really? What? What? And like maybe you're going to be getting a lot of commissions, especially if you're an artist. This could be that perhaps people come to you and they're like, hey, can you paint me this? And you're like, yeah, that's easy. That's small potatoes, So you start getting commissions, or maybe someone comes up to you and they're like, hey, you want to write a child's book on forks? And then you're like, yeah. So then you go off and do that. There's the blueprints. It's like maybe they're making the drawings and you're writing it, or vice versa. Perhaps someone is going to really recognize all of the work that you've been putting in, and all of the extra effort, and how good you are at your craft, that people are going to start approaching you. And it could even be that people are going to start approaching you and you might even turn them down. Because you might be like, you know what? I have enough to do on my own. I have enough business here. I have enough work going on. I'm done. I'm good. I'm good. Call me in a month or two and maybe, but probably still not. And, because you're really in harmony. You're in harmony with yourself and what you do. And, when you do something for career that makes you happy, that is fun, that is pleasurable, that is not a job anymore. You know what I mean? That's just having fun. That's going and doing something that you love, that you're good at, and something that you can be praised for and really appreciated for. But yeah, and it might turn out that, the quote, like, more money, more problems. I feel like that is also a theme here, especially with this, is like you might find that the more successful you become, perhaps the more work you have to do in the long run, yeah, but it's not going to be hard. I think you're going to get very used to it, very accustomed to it, and it's going to be something that's going to be very fun. But you have to remember to take your breaks and to trust that everything will still be there even after you take your breaks. It's very important, very vital that we do take our breaks and that we take time for ourselves so that we can really face anything that we get stuck on. If there's a decision that we have to make, if there's anything to that extent, it's good to take the time to clear our heads and become childlike and happy and innocent again, and then we can go back into it, and go full force into whatever it is that we are doing. But yeah, so for those of you who pick stack 1, congratulations. I definitely see you being very successful and very financially abundant. But yeah, keep up the good work, and yeah. Leave a like down below and a comment as well, and subscribe if you have not already. If this did not resonate with you, make sure to go back to the beginning and choose another pile if you would like. Also, a little announcement. In my Etsy shop, I am going to be 4 to 6 weeks out for readings. So if you book a reading with me, anywhere from, let's say, December 17th, 2018, by the way, I am going to be gone for 4 to 8 weeks. Actually, I said 4 to 6, but but yeah, 4 to 8 weeks. But as soon as I return, it might even be sooner than that, but as soon as I return, I will definitely get caught up and do all your readings. I am going to add video readings this year, in the new year for 2019, which is going to be so fun. I can't wait to connect with you guys that way. And yeah, thank you for being patient with me and for always viewing my videos. And yeah, thank you. But yeah, I will see you in the next pick a card, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! Hello to everyone who picked stack 2. Let's get right into your reading and see what it is that you are manifesting. This is for those who picked this blue sparkly flower. So, yeah, let's see what it is that you are manifesting. So, for you, we have number 10, the wheel. So, for me, when I see the wheel, this is usually about, changing seasons, and a very lucky change, a very good, very divine change. It's going to bring a lot of luck, a lot of opportunities, and a lot of good things. It could be that you are experiencing a little bit of perhaps a stalemate. Maybe you're just feeling very stagnant where you are, or maybe you have gone through perhaps some sort of a hardship that makes you want to come out of it and start having happier times, have a change, have a good change, have a divine change. Basically, have the divine step in and say, hey, okay, you are overdue for some good stuff, for some blessings and some awesome stuff, and wow, and you're like, yes. But yeah, it's all just about that, and 10, it's about reaching the end of the cycle. It's about almost being back to one, wanting to start over. Perhaps with that, you just really, really want to turn the page in this book and just get to a completely new chapter, or maybe even a new book. Maybe you're just tossing this book right out the window and you're saying, nope, I'm headed down to the library today and I'm going to get a brand new book. And that's that. And as you walk to the library, you step over that discarded book that you just lived, that brought you hardship. But yeah, it's all about that, and the universe really wants you to be happy, so really know that you deserve to be happy, and this change is going to come in because, I don't know. I just feel it. So for your angel inspiration card, this is just going to be what your spirit guides, what your angels and things like that want you to know about what you're manifesting. And we have number 23, Greet the Dawn. And 23 is the number 5, if we were to add that up, and that represents change. It could be that your spirit guides are saying, and your angels are saying that if you do want this change, if you do want something completely different compared to where you've been, you have to be able to receive change with open arms. Greet the dawn and know that it's a brand new day. It's not the same day that you experienced yesterday or the day before. Even if you're doing the same activities, it's completely different. You're older, your hair is a little longer, even if you can't see it. Your nails are longer, your just everything about you is a slight bit different than yesterday. So greet today as if you have never seen it before, because you have not, really just be happy to be alive each day and be happy to receive change. Sometimes change can be very scary. Sometimes even if we want change, that can be something that really intimidates us. Maybe we're constantly saying, oh, I really want a new house, or yeah, I want to move, or something along those lines. And then we finally find ourselves, in that situation, and we're going and we are like, oh my God, what have I done? Or just worried, but know that with every new cycle, with every change, with everything, there is going to be a sort of transformation. And in transformation, there's a little bit of a death, of the way things used to be. You're saying goodbye to yesterday and the way that you acted yesterday, the way that you performed yesterday. Perhaps going into each day, you wake up and you open your window and just smile at the sun. Don't look at the sun though, that's bad. But especially since I feel compelled to tell you about how vultures every morning, many cultures would worship them and say, oh, look, they're praying to the gods every morning, and thanking them for another beautiful day of sunlight. And I love that, but in modern days, we have found out that overnight their wings get very full of dew and just like mist, and so they open their wings in the morning, face the sun, and let them dry out. But this is their morning routine. This is them greeting the dawn and really ushering in a new day. You know what I mean? Be like the vulture in that sense, in the fact that you're excited to see the sun because it brings you new possibilities. It brings you new excitements. It brings you the change that perhaps you really need, And each day is just awesome because we can do anything, Think that. So yeah. Know that you can do anything, and anything is within our grasp, But really enjoy where you are. If I'm also being drawn to say that for some of you, maybe going on walks and sitting by water or sitting and just enjoying the morning might really be another good thing to do. Those that have recently taken up maybe lifestyle changes that have picked this pile, this is confirmation that you are on the right track with that. So yeah, let's get into your main cards. We have 4 cards here, and they are the Witch's Tarot. And this is just going to be looking at the current situation that you're manifesting, and what it's going to be like when it, arrives and whatnot. So for these cards, we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. We have the Star. And we also have the 2 of Wands. Let me make room. So this is very interesting. So with the 6 of Cups in reverse, it could be that you're coming out of daydreaming over someone or feeling very nostalgic over someone or something, because in the upright, this card reminds me of, being children, happy memories, and, and daydreaming. As a kid, that was one of my favorite things to do, is to just sit and just think and daydream and let my mind wander to wherever it wanted to be, to imagine things greater than myself. You know what I mean? That was always such a wonderful time to just sit quietly and just imagine. But it could be that you are getting away from that. You're deciding, hey, I want something that's more than just a daydream or, a fantasy. It could be that perhaps you were trying to go towards a partnership with someone. It could be someone from your childhood or your past. It does not have to be, but it could just be someone that you have a lot of love for. It could even be someone that you have children with. But you want to change, because this is all just nostalgia and daydreams with them. But yeah, what else? Yeah, but I'm feeling like, because the 10 of Cups for me is, happy family, happy life. This isn't necessarily the 10 of Pentacles. This isn't like, hey, we're rich, but, hey, we're happy. We have each other. We have our small house, and it's a cute little cottage, and this is the end of the rainbow. This is beauty. You know what I mean? So in the reverse, this is kind of like this didn't come to fruition. You feel like, like that just didn't happen here. But you have hope. With the Star, you have hope. You have hope because why? Because you know that you have the world in your hands and you can accomplish anything. You know that if you decided that you wanted to change, you can get the change. You know that, with each new day comes a new possibility for love, a new possibility for career, a new possibility for housing, anything like that you need, each day is a new possibility for that, a new chance to get closer to our goals, and really have hope for that. Those that pick this pile know that you have a very beautiful, very strong energy. You're someone that can be kind of hopeful in situations like this, and that is such a beautiful trait to have. Sometimes it can be very hard or very like a sad feeling to feel like things don't plan out the way that they're supposed to. But when that happens, there's something better in store for us. And you are someone who very much knows that. And that's why you're manifesting something better. That's why you're manifesting a better change. Ooh, I just dropped something. Yeah, but you feel like you can accomplish anything because you can. And I mean, look at him. He has the world in his hands, and he's looking off in the distance as if he's charting his, adventure out in his mind. He's imagining, and he has this cat here. And for me, cats very much represent intuition. They represent the mind, and they represent really getting into your third eye and your spiritualness. So really let your intuition guide you to where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? And know that you're not alone. You have a lot of guides and past loved ones and spirit animals and all kinds of things just watching over you. You're very protected, and that's why, this wasn't worse than it could have been. You know what I mean? Because, yeah, I just feel like you're destined for a lot better things than what was here, what could have possibly been here. You know what I mean? Whatever that might have been, whether that been like, even maybe a falling out with a childhood friend or something to that effect. Let me know down below, because I'm kind of stumped on that one. But for me, in a way, it's definitely ending daydreaming about a relationship that just isn't going to work. It's not jamming, Cups are very emotional. They're very, very feeling. It could be that maybe there's not enough feeling in this relationship to keep it going. There's not enough love. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I mean, sometimes love just isn't enough in a relationship either, or in a, any kind of a situation. But definitely have hope that better things are coming in, and you can bring in better things. You can manifest better things. For your overall outcome card, we have the Two of Pentacles, and this is wonderful. This is about you, kind of finding balance in your life. You're still kind of, juggling it a little bit, but it's becoming smoother for me. I feel like this is something that is going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to focus on myself. And, if this is a situation where you have kids, it's focusing on perhaps, your kids and your career then, and just letting love fall where it may. Do you see this infinity symbol here? This is about never-ending love, and how it's almost like Ouroboros in the fact that it is never ending. Just when we think that it has ended, it continues on. And that is a lot how love is. It is all around us at all times. It never really leaves. It never really ends. So really balance the things in your life that are important to you right now. If you're taking a step away from this and you're trying to manifest something beautiful into your life, definitely take a step back and balance in your life the things right up front that you need to, and love will find you and love will come. But obviously if it isn't that, this could even be balancing a relationship and your career even too. But I definitely see you wanting to move towards something stable with the Pentacles, as opposed to something, like this. Not that there's anything wrong with Cups energy, but Cups energy in reverse, for me sometimes can be very, almost wishy-washy in a sense, but that's just me. That feels, I feel like that can be very, uncommittal to, or just not completely in your feelings as well. And you're someone who wants to be very grounded. You want to be someone who is very on top of everything, on top of your relationships and your career and your finances and things like that, and you are going to receive balance through this manifestation, you're going to receive a new change, but it's up to you to decide where you want to go. Ultimately, you are the captain of your ship, so to speak. And you can go anywhere that you set your mind to, but make sure that it is a smart place to go. Make sure that it is, that you do your research. If you are going to travel, perhaps even for some of you, really make sure that you do research into where you are going. Make sure that you really take into account weather and things like that, and just just for preparedness to go. If you are changing scenery, if that's what you're wanting for change. But yeah, the world is your oyster, and know that you can do anything that you set your mind to, as long as you remain balanced and take the time to really be in the moment. This can just be taking a few seconds out of your day each day to feel the sun on your skin, and let that ground you and let that bring you back to the present moment and where you currently are, and to bringing balance into your life and grounding you. But yeah, definitely, I'm wishing you all the best and so much good luck in all your endeavors and all of your manifestations. Let me know down below if this resonated in the comments, and leave a like as well. Yeah, if it did not, make sure to go back to the beginning, and you can pick another one if you would like. And yeah, I will see you in the next pick a card. Also, I wanted to make a little announcement. Those that go on my Etsy and get a reading, I am going to be having a wait from 4 to 8 weeks. This is just going to be time that I'm going to spend to clear my mind and spend it with my family. That way I can come back and really be recharged for you guys. And I'm going to be adding video readings to my shop so that you guys can order those. I'm really excited about connecting more with you guys. I love, love, love reading for you guys, and just hearing from you guys in the comments, it really means the world to me. Yeah, but thank you for being so understanding, and yeah, I will see you in the next card reading. Bye! Hello to everyone who picked stack 3 and who picked this yellow sparkly flower. Let's get right into your reading and see what you are manifesting. So for your Wise Fool Tarot card, we actually have 2 of them. These actually flew out. And yeah, so we have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and we have the 2 of Pentacles upright. And this is a very interesting thing. At first I saw the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, and I was like, that's strange. Are they trying to manifest coming back together with someone from being left out in the cold? Or, what's going on? And then I saw behind it was the 2 of Pentacles. And yeah, it could be that for a while. So there's 2 meanings here, I feel like. The first meaning that I want to share is that I feel like with this 5 of Pentacles in reverse, it could be that in the past you have been feeling not so good, maybe feeling shut out in the cold, feeling just cold. In this deck, in the upright, this man shows generosity and kindness to this woman who has a lot harder of a life. He's very well dressed. He's probably on his way home from work, to a nice meal at home, and he sees this woman on the street, and he comes over and he rubs her feet and he asks her if there's anything he can do for her, and she's a little embarrassed. She's looking away, almost ashamed, but there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's very beautiful to have people helping you, and in the past it could have felt like, maybe some of you were, were like not being acknowledged for all that you were doing. And also, I feel like it could be that maybe your friends and family maybe turned their back, or someone special kind of turned their back to you. Maybe when you weren't doing so well, like they didn't extend that same courtesy. Perhaps you were that person in the past who would extend them that same courtesy in their hard times, where, maybe if they were having a hard day, they could call and you'd be a shoulder to cry on, but perhaps they decided that they weren't going to extend you the same courtesy. But with the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles is a beautiful card because it's all about balance. It's all about finding a way to basically just balance these two beautiful pentacles. Whatever it is in our life, it could be our friends and our family, our family and our career, things like that. But it's also just balancing our life, balancing every aspect of it, as well as balancing ourselves. It can be kind of hard in our day-to-day lives to interact with people, and to just live and maintain a understanding on who we are separate to others, especially if you are someone who is empathetic and someone who is, very, very kind. Perhaps you are someone who is a little bit of an empath. You understand that people need help, when they're down on their luck. But yeah, it's almost like you just want balance. You just want some sort of, just kind of a good mental clarity and spiritual life, or mental clarity and like financial abundance. So what else? I also feel like for some of you, maybe, the friend or the partner that you were with left you, or walked away when you weren't feeling very good, or, when you were feeling a little less than perfect, and you are still wanting this partnership. Perhaps for some of you, you are still in this, and you're trying to really balance it, but, perhaps you're balancing between your love and also your ego, because maybe your ego's a little bit hurt there. But, coming out of this situation, you just want balance. You just want happiness. You just want everything to, to just be fine and be smooth moving. And, do you see how effortless he looks? Just standing there on that little rock, like, honestly, flawless. And I feel like that's the message. I feel like you almost want to be able to go through life without breaking a sweat at times too, without having to worry about things. Just being able to, really handle situations. And this could even be speaking your mind, because I'm having a lot of trouble speaking with this card stack. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's like pulling teeth trying to talk. I'm like, oh. Ooh. It could be that maybe, okay, here we go. Maybe you've had hardship with someone in the past. We're revving up. We're picking up now. It could be that you had this beef with someone. You're trying to manifest a peaceful resolution. You're trying to reconcile with them and create a balance. It's kind of like you're very much still extending them this courtesy, and you're still like, hey, it's fine. I just want to manifest happiness and abundance and good times. Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. I'm feeling like if that's the situation, speak your mind. Speak up. With the people that pick this pile, I feel like also really work on your throat chakra, really work on being able to pick the right words and to get it out there. You know what I mean? Because that can seem very scary. That might be quite a change. Because see how that's 5? It's almost like maybe it'll be a change to have to speak up and do that. But don't be attached to outcomes when you're speaking your mind or anything like that. Just be honest and be truthful and be you. That's all you can really ask for. For your angel inspiration card, we have number 17, Seek Within. And this is all just about going within and really figuring out who you are and who it is that you want, to achieve balance and to achieve unity with other people. You have to achieve that with yourself first. You have to be able to be balanced and be proud of yourself. You have to be able to some extent, rely on yourself. Know that you have this under control, and you work really good under pressure as well. Know that you don't need other people, you don't need to rely on other people, and you don't have to beg people to stay around, because you yourself are a very, magnificent being, okay? And seek within, go inside yourself and really understand, do I need this situation in my life? Do I need that? Manifest something better. It's almost like, okay, look at this. This is kind of cool. Let's just picture one of these people just walking into the next card, becoming him, and then he goes in and then walks through the tunnel to his new life or what have you. Because when I see things like this tunnel, it's almost like, what's on the other side? What is that bright light? What is in there? I get really curious, to be honest. What is on the other side? Yeah, so definitely your manifestations are going to come, if you are trying to seek some sort of a unity or a balance. Perhaps if, yeah, I'm just going to get the next few cards and then I will relay any more messages. So let's get into those. So for your Witch's Tarot, this is going to be basically just what your situation looks like as far as manifesting goes. And for this, we have the Hermit, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 6 of Pentacles. Look at that! We go from the 5 of Pentacles in reverse to the 6. I love it. Character development. Well, actually, 5 of Diamonds, but that's Pentacles. So yeah, the Hermit is all about, you could be a Virgo. You don't have to be, though. Don't have to be. But yeah, it's very, the Hermit is very independent. He goes alone and look at this. Oh, wow. Notice how they both have lanterns? It's almost like it's acknowledging that perhaps you are going towards your goals alone and towards these manifestations alone. Maybe it is that a friend turned their back on you and you're deciding, hey, you know what? I can find balance and I can find happiness on my own then, and then, or even maybe a relationship didn't work out. Maybe someone literally left you in the cold when you needed them the most. And because of that, you decided to, or are going to decide to, seek within. And I think you're really going to find that you can accomplish a lot. You're going to walk through that tunnel and say, where does this lead to? Maybe this is what it leads to on the other side, is this ledge. But the Hermit is a really awesome card because it talks about being able to go at it alone and being able to rely on your intuition to guide the way. We see this lantern here, and that is your intuition, that is your spirituality, that's your gut. That's what lights the way and what tells him, where to go. It's not necessarily that he doesn't have a map. He certainly doesn't have Google Maps. He doesn't have a smartphone. He's just going through the tundra, trying to make it with his little cane, but look at all these robes on. He's not uncomfortable. He's definitely very comfortable in what he does and where he's going, because he knows that he can rely on himself. He knows that he can trust himself. He has balance within himself, and he knows that whatever direction he goes in, it really does not matter, because he will end up in the same place that he was supposed to be in. And it could be that you're taking some alone time to really understand what it is that you want. And maybe if this is a partnership that left you out in the cold, you are going to have a better partnership coming in, a way better partnership. It does not have to be, but I'm feeling it. The Ten of Pentacles is wonderful. It's about being abundant. Do you see this big house in the background? And they have dogs, and they have this old man, and they, geez, honestly, literally goals. But this is just wishes fulfilled. That's, absolute happiness, and this is financial stability. So maybe some of you as well, maybe you were fired from a job when you really needed it. Perhaps bills were due. This could only resonate for a small patch of you. I feel like there's a lot of messages here, and I could keep going on and on and on for days because, it is obviously a general reading. So there are a lot of messages, but I also feel like maybe, you had more bills due or something to that effect, and they were like, okay, bye. And, you really had to find a way to come up with the extra money and come up with an income, but because of that, you went at it alone, and you are really going to push through and come at it even better off than before. So the hardship that we face is preparing us for the happiness that we will then experience later on. Because without hardship, how do we learn to appreciate the good things? If we constantly have good things, it's kind of like eating pizza every day. After like maybe the 5th day, you'll be like, oh, pizza, So, appreciate the hardships and where you've been and things like that. Also, you might want to manifest this person coming back into your life. If that's the case, I feel like you could, but make sure to only come back if they are willing to put reciprocity into the relationship. Because I feel like if they weren't willing to help you when you really needed them, that's ridiculous. If they aren't going to show some effort now and really, maybe help you out with bills or something to that effect, I don't know, maybe you're better off staying in hermit mode and continuing to have this Ten of Pentacles. And then you can bring on anyone you want into your Ten of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? If you already have that financial abundance, you can bring in anyone, into your life and say, okay, you're in my dream now. I mean, obviously they'll have to be okay with being there, but I mean, hey, who wouldn't want to be in the Ten of Pentacles? That's like, wow. So definitely as well, I'm also picking up on when you do receive financial abundance to remember to stay humble, grateful, and show gratitude by helping out others that might have also been in the same position that you were in. This is also donating to charities and helping people. Yeah. Just reciprocity and giving and receiving. What else? Is there any other messages here before we get to our last cards? No. I think we're going to move on. So, for your overall outcome, we have the Emperor. And the Emperor as an outcome is very interesting. So for those of you that perhaps are going to manifest a new partnership into your financial abundance, once that's manifested, they could very well be a fire sign. So that's Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, but does not have to be. This could also just be very heavy in their charts. But this is going to be someone who, is very comfortable in what they do, especially Aries for the Emperor. They're someone who's a little stuck in their ways sometimes. It might be a little stubborn, but they're a very good father figure. This is someone who really takes care of house and home, who is very proud of where he is. And, but he can be a little stuck in his ways and stubborn at times and even a little arrogant because he thinks that he knows it all at times. As an outcome, don't let yourself get like that. Don't let yourself get stagnant or anything. This is a very wonderful, abundant energy to be in, but also don't feel like you have to stay in what's comfortable. It's okay to take risks, and it's okay to go towards different things. And it's also okay to be an introvert at times. When I see the Emperor, I see a little bit of an extrovert, because that fiery energy, it's kind of just so playful and so loud almost, but don't limit yourself from not being able to go within and really spend some time alone and in your own thoughts. That will also really help you to achieve balance and unity within yourself and harmony. But yeah, definitely use your intuition and let that guide you wherever you are going or whatever you are manifesting. There's so many messages here. But yeah, definitely don't let yourself get too cocky either. I feel drawn to saying, like, it's okay to be proud. You deserve to be proud. You should feel very proud for where you're going to be. It could be that you're manifesting a lot of money, and just financial freedom. How about that? It might not be like you're a mega millionaire, but you're financially free. You see how he's financially free enough to just drop all of these pentacles into these kids' hands and be like, hey kids, here you go. That's how you're going to be. Like, not necessarily you're going to stop kids on the way to school and be like, hey kids, you want some money? But don't do that. But it's definitely going to be something like, I have this extra money. I can go donate to a pigeon foundation and help with them. If you want a really good pigeon foundation, Chicago Pigeons is also always taking donations. Chicago Pigeon Pets, just a little... I want to put that in there because I donate to them. I love them. But yeah, it's just being able to give back to the community, even if it's not very often, but it's a way to keep yourself from going into this energy. Because when I see the Emperor, it's also kind of someone who knows that he's high status, who knows that he is where he is, but he can also hold on to what he has a little bit. So if you... yeah, just let yourself enjoy where you're going and what you're doing, and do what feels right, do what feels good in your gut, and go where you need to go. You see how this is like all mountainous terrain? As he's standing there, he's looking around and he's figuring out a way down there so he can continue his journey on, So definitely just be open to what your gut is really saying. Hey, you should maybe take this into account and do this. But yeah, let me know if this resonated in the comments, and leave a like, and also subscribe if you have not already. Yeah. And I am wishing you all the best and all the luck in the world. You obviously don't need it. You have beautiful things on the way for manifestation. Also, as far as a partner, this could be someone who's just very strong on their own, and they're going to be a very good father if that's what you're looking for, or mother. Does not have to just be that. Could be anyone. Yeah, so let me know if you like this. And I also wanted to say that on my Etsy shop, you can still buy readings, but after December 17th, 2018, I'm going to be on a small hiatus for the next 4 to 8 weeks. This is just going to be time to clear my mind so that I can jump right back into readings, and get right back to doing that. I'm also going to be adding video readings on there soon, so make sure to keep an eye out for that. And yeah, thank you for being so patient with me and for sitting through this reading. This one was, I feel like the other readings came to me so fast and so fluidly, and this reading at the beginning was just so, ooh, but definitely work on communication, and not only just with other people, but with yourself. I know I just keep rambling, but you know, if you've made it this far, you can have this little Easter egg. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just wishing you all the best of luck, and I will see you in the next pick a card. Yeah, bye.